Yes, everybody, welcome back to the Irish Hotspur, and in this video we are going to be giving our reactions to our lovely channel creators' predictions ahead of our clash with Crystal Palace on Sunday. We're heading down to the Selhurst Park. Like I was saying to Dave earlier, tough place to go down in South London, but hopefully we can be feasting on some eagle this Sunday. We're going to be reacting to all the different predictions. So everybody get your predictions down in the comments. Smash that like button for us. But let's get straight into this one. We have Sonny from Sonny Talk Spurs. He's going to get it started off. And everybody do check out his channel, Sonny Talk Spurs. But let's get it going.
Let's go, Sonny.
What's going on, Dave and Jack? It's Sonny from Sonny Talk Spurs, and you want to know my prediction ahead of Crystal Palace versus Tottenham Hotspur. Now, on paper, we should be smacking their botties. We should be absolutely destroying that club from South London. But this is like a game where you say, Tottenham will hold your beer, and you never know what could happen. At least they might have the game of his life. It's just one of those games where it's so hard to call because Palace did have their moments against Nottingham Forest in the last fixture, but Forest just sort of knew how to defend and sort of close them down. I think we've played well in our last two fixtures against West Ham. We absolutely put them to the sword in that second half. Against AZ Alkmaar, pretty comfortable, wasn't it? Nothing too shabby about that result. So I'm going to go with a 3-1 win to Tottenham. I think should be easy enough, shouldn't it? Shouldn't it?
Great little zoom in at the end there. Love that from Sonny. Dave, he's gone for a 3-1. He's saying it should be relatively easy work, but Dr. Tottenham, there's always the fear of that as well. I think that's what probably sums up majority Spurs fans' minds. It should be a win, but there's that fear of Dr. Tottenham showing up.
Yeah, look, there's always that fear, especially off the back of a Thursday night game. The only benefit is we didn't have to travel anywhere. We stayed in London this week, so hopefully that plays into our favour. And look, let's not forget, Crystal Palace are yet to win a game this season. They've only drawn 3 games. And look, they did make it difficult for Man United, but I think we're far better than Man United going forward. And the way they're going to set up is our kryptonite. They're probably going to set up defensive, low block, try and stifle us, hit us on the counter, nick a 1-0. But we come up against that most weeks, so hopefully we can get the win and continue the good vibes track.
Sounds like he's coming up with eagle recipes there, Sonny, Mr. Dave. But also, by the way, I love that Talk Sport top that he had on.
Very
that
nice.
looked really cool. So, Sonny, if you actually happen to have an extra one of those, I'd love to be able to get
Extra
one of
two.
those off of you if you have an order for Dave and I that you can put in, because that looked really class. I would love to wear that around, especially in the USA. I feel like no one would know what it is, but maybe you never know. Somebody might approach me and realize that, we're both crazy people in the USA. We'll listen to Talk Sport on the regular, but big up to Sonny and Sonny Talk Spurs. And let's check out Marlon. He's gotten a little too concerned about that league table. I think he's got to change around these predictions. Let's see what Marlon has to say.
Dave, Jack, hope you're well. It's Marlon from Spurs Kings TV, and it's my prediction for Crystal Palace. Hopefully this one's at Selhurst Park and not in Holland like I thought before. Oh my God, I can't believe I made that mistake. Mate, I'm just having a mare, as they say. But anyway, on to Palace. Look, Thursday's game, Mikey Moore, absolutely brilliant. You know what? Can't speak highly of him. He's been and hopefully he gets more minutes now, and we'll see more of him this season. However, as a performance against Alkmaar, I know a lot of people won't be, but if we're being completely honest, it wasn't the greatest. I didn't see much of Ange Ball out there, and at the end of the day, we won by a penalty. So, look, loving the 3 points, glad we won. Joint top with Lazio. So let's move on to this next game. Now, Palace, off form, not playing well. And I've seen a lot of people going about Dr. Tottenham, but actually, when you look at our results this season, every team we've beat have been off form. So this is where I think Ange thrives. When a team's off form, we kind of punish them. So I'm going for a Spurs win. I'm going Crystal Palace 1, Spurs 2. Just because Crystal Palace are off form is the reason why. Because if you notice, when we play teams on form, we've had different results this season. So I believe it's going to be more of the same. And come on, you Spurs.
He's gone for a 2-1, Marlon. Thank you very much, sir. Hopefully you start getting those wins and you can climb further up that table. But I think we'll take a 2-1 win at the end of the day. Crystal Palace, they should be a relatively easier team to come up against, but you never know because they are desperate of a win. They will give it their all, and they'll try to see if they can gain back some momentum under Oliver Glasner, which seems to have been lost in the beginning of this season with how they've been playing. But a 2-1 win, I think we'll take that one from Marlon, and hopefully he climbs further up that table because he needs to. He's starting to slip further and further.
Yeah, first of all, Marlon got absolutely hammered in the comments there on the last one. Look, what I said to everybody, lay off him. He's a family man. Works very, very hard. He's tired. Mistakes happen. So forgive him for that one. But I've also got Marlon. He reached out to me. He said in the comments the other day, he says, Dave, over the next international break, I will come on and explain my position over Ange Ball, because when I listen to Marlon every single week, I gather he's not a fan of Ange Ball, doesn't really have too much faith in them or in Ange Postecoglou. So we will be bringing him on over the next international break to have a conversation over that. But he surprised me this week. He's gone with a win, which I'm surprised about. So hopefully we can get that win and start getting Marlon back on the Ange train.
Let's get Marlon on the Ange train as quickly as we can. But let's head on over to the perfect match, Kate's channel and Jimbo's channel. Please subscribe as well to Spurs Kings TV, Marlon's channel. But let's head on over to Kate's channel now, the perfect match, and see what she has to say ahead of this Crystal Palace fixture.
Big up, Dave and Jack. It's Kate from the Perfect Match, giving my score predictions for Crystal Palace versus Tottenham Hotspur this Sunday at 2 o'clock. Another London derby. Palace struggling this season. I mean, a lot of people were saying how wonderful Glasner is, but I don't think it's particularly on him. I think he's not had the backing. They let Elise go, not replaced him. They never really replaced Zaha. So they're in a bit of disarray at the minute. Tottenham coming back off of an impressive win last night, albeit only 1-0. I think our performance deserved a couple more goals at least, but Sonny apparently is out for this one, so that question is looming. Who starts on the left? For me, anyone but Werner. Odegaard back. Mikey Moore was incredible in Europe last night, and of course we've got Richarlison who can play on the left, so any of them for me. I think it's just, please don't start Werner. It's painful now. I actually feel for the guy. You know, he's really struggling, and I just don't want to see him playing anymore for Tottenham Hotspur. So I think this will be one of those games where we're on the edge of our seat, making it difficult for ourselves, but I do expect us to get the win, so I'm going for Crystal Palace 1, Tottenham Hotspur 2, and I'm going to go for Dominic Solanke to get a goal. And in fact, sod it, I'm going to do Dominic Solanke to get both goals. And yeah, us to keep on the winning streak. But as always, guys, come on, you Spurs!
From the zoom in to the shaking of the phone, I like the after effects that Sonny and Kate have gone for. Two back-to-back 2-1 win predictions from our fellow creators here. Lovely to see that. And Dave, looks like Kate, she's expecting a win, but she's very fearful of a certain Timo Weenie showing up to the party in this one.
Yeah, I think off the back of Mikey's Moore performance when he moved out to his natural position against Alkmaar on Thursday night, I think many people, you know, you look at the impact he had compared to Werner, who failed to skin his full back for the majority of that half that he played. I think Mikey Moore, but I would say I wouldn't be so quick to say that Mikey Moore will start. I wouldn't be surprised to see if Werner does get selected again on that left-hand side. But look, I think more and more fans are becoming Alvida Werner at this point, you know, get him out of the team. When it comes to Dom Solanke, I think she's absolutely spot on. Selhurst, it's a very tight sort of pitch. So I do expect Dom Solanke to... He's going to have a starring role in this game for us to be able to get over the line, I fear. And then lastly, quite a few people are predicting Crystal Palace to score. I'm sorry, but if I stand corrected, are they not having goal scoring problems?
They haven't won any games, and a lot of the games
They score goals.
Have been fairly close, to be fair. And have they scored even more than 2 goals in a game? I'm not too sure. Maybe they have once, but apart from that, yeah, you're right. I don't think they've scored more than 2 goals in a game thus far this season. So you are right about that. That probably the most they could even get in a game like this would be only 1 or 2. But big up to Kate, big up to the perfect match. Please show that channel some support and some love, please. But let's head on over down south to Lee, the Dorset Spur. See what he has to say. Wonder if he's traveling maybe up to the away end, or you never know, he might just be watching it from the comforts of his own home and couch. But let's head on over to Lee, see what he has to say.
Hey guys, Lee the Dorset Spur here, back with my match day prediction. Obviously buzzing from winning again last night. 7 wins out of 8 in all competitions is not a bad form to go into this game. Crystal Palace having a really difficult time right, languishing right towards the bottom end of the table. It is still early days. I'm sure they'll recover. But again, for us, another London derby. This time away from home, we have been struggling a little bit away from home. But listen, you've got to be confident going into this game. You've got to be expecting a win. And I'm never gonna call out us to lose a game. So for me, I do think there'll be goals in it. I am edging on a 2-0 win. Maybe this could be a rare clean sheet for us against this side. Big question: who's coming in on the left-hand side? For me, I think he's going to start with Oda Bear, give him a little bit of time, and then maybe change it up for Mikey Moore, who's been incredible. Fair play to the young lad. It's great to see one of our own coming through. So yeah, another win for us. Lee's going to keep going to the top of the prediction table, and we'll keep on believing in our team. Up the Spurs.
Hey, the more Spurs win, the more that Lee is going to keep climbing up that prediction table because he's only going for wins, it looks like, in the majority of these games. So big up to Lee, the Dorset Spur. Dave, he looks like he wants a bit of a mixture of a Wilson Odebear, Mikey Moore left wing situation for tomorrow. Would you disagree with that, or do you think that's what we'll hopefully expect?
Yeah, I'm not, like I said with Kate's prediction, I'm not convinced Mikey Moore is going to start tomorrow night. You know, Postecoglou in his press conference sort of alluded to that you got to be cautious with the young kids coming through and their development. And I think Postecoglou would probably prefer to give him his full Premier League debut at home in what will be a much more sort of comfortable environment. So I think Lee is right where you either look towards likes Richarlison. Maybe I think it's come a little bit too soon for Udebear, maybe, or maybe Werner, or the only other option you have is move Madison out there and bring Sarr into your midfield, which, you know, that's one of the other selections. So it's a bit of a headache heading into this Palace game in terms of what Postecoglou might do. But, you know, I'd say justice for Lee. He looks very tired, you know, sitting on the doorstep there. He's had a lot of housework going on lately because of a leak. So I feel like, Lee, you need to use that as justification to get away for a lads' weekend, my man.
Yeah, get away, maybe go to South London, enjoy some nice cuisine, and hopefully a nice Spurs win, and an
Eagle
Eagle
pie.
recipe. Eagle pie, exactly. Took the words out of my mouth. But big up to Lee, the Dorset Spur. Do subscribe over to his channel. But now we're going to move swiftly on to Harry Scarf from Scarfy Spurs. See what he has to say.
Hi Dave and Jack, hope you're well. It's Harry Scarf here. As you asked me for my Palace prediction, on paper this should be a fairly easy win for us. We know it won't be that case. Palace need that first win of the season, really kickstart the season under Oliver Glasson. Obviously done really well with them last year. You just don't know when they have players like Eze what they're capable of. They could turn up and have a really good game. And Palace could be defensively tight. Palace get it right. They sit back and they utilise their attacking strength on the counter attack. Whether that be Eze, Mateta, and Nketiah, they use the hold-up player, Mateta, the abilities that Nketiah, etc. have. They could use, in a really nice way, Adam Walton to kind of protect the defence. So we have to see, but I think we have too much for them, and we only increase the pressure on the South London club and Oliver Glasner's future. So I'm going to go with a 2-1 Spurs win, another fairly conservative win for me, but I don't think it'd be easy. I think Palace make hard work of it, but I don't think they get anything from the game. But no, thank you very much for this opportunity.
Thank you, Harry, for sending it in. A lot of 2-1 predictions for this one, Dave. Can you see why Spurs fans have been going for the 2-1s in this one? They don't think it's going to be a resounding win, it sounds like.
No, Harry set me up here absolutely perfectly, Jack. You've got Ollie Glassware and Crystal Palace. Well, we know what Glassware and Crystal, right? They're made to initially be strong and a little bit resilient, but if you keep chipping away at it, eventually it becomes sort of weak. Cracks appear, and then when the cracks appear, Jack, you keep applying that pressure, especially eventually you end up smashing through, and I think that's exactly the right symbology in how this game is going to go this weekend.
Well, Spurs are going to put the pressure on Palace, and we're going to turn into a diamond with all that pressure using that Crystal Palace glass. But everybody do check out the Scarfy Spurs Talk. Do show some support to Harry's channel, and thank you for sending that one in, Harry. Appreciate you. But let's see what Holly has to say. Holly Ackenbauer from Holly's Hotspurs. Wonder if we'll get another 2-1 prediction.
Hello, yes, it's me, Holly from IrishHotspur, here to give my match preview for the game against Palace at the weekend. I think I say this a lot, but these are the games that we need to be winning, we should be winning, and doing so quite comfortably. Obviously, at the moment, Palace sit right near the bottom. I think they're 18th at the minute, so again, has to be done. We need to do the business. Obviously, it's an away game. Obviously, we played at home in the week, so hopefully, obviously, it's not going to phase us too much playing away. Like I said, I think Palace are in a pretty rough patch at the minute. I think they lost to Liverpool 1-0. They lost to Nottingham Forest obviously last week, or was it last Monday, 1-0. So like I said, there's no ifs, no buts. Need to go out there, get the job done. Obviously, it's a nice bounce back, obviously, from the Brighton game against West Ham. We just need to keep that momentum going. For me, I see this one going down 3-1. I think Decky's going to get on the score sheet as well. I'd like to see him bag another goal. Obviously, the way he did against West Ham was sublime. So I'd like that to carry on. So that's kind of see how I see this going down. Must win at all costs. Keep the momentum going, and let's have it. Come on, Spurs.
Keep the momentum going, Dave. I think that's the most important thing, and that's, I guess, the theme under Ange Postecoglou. 7 wins out of 8 games. For the most part, things seem to be making sense. Things are ticking together, and Ange Postecoglou is in a rich vein of winning form, and it's just important that he keeps that momentum going.
No, that's what this Palace game is all about. Look, it's a bit of a spanner in the works because I think most Spurs fans probably have their eye on the Man City Cup game midweek Wednesday night, and this is sort of just sitting there, annoyingly. But, it's just about getting 3 points on the board no matter how we do it and conserve as much energy in the players' legs as we can for Wednesday night. But, looking at Tottenham's fixtures, our home form has actually been really good this year. I think the only game we've dropped points in was the Arsenal game, which, some would say we were unlucky not to get anything out of. The rest of the games where we've dropped points, Leicester City was away from home. Newcastle was away from home. Brighton was away from home. So we don't travel well in the Premier League. So Holly talks about resilience. We need to start building that up away from home too.
Everybody show some love to Holly's Hotspurs. Show some love to her channel. Please send people over. Please check in the comments down below. But let's see what the Dermatrone has to say. The last and the final word, the final prediction. Can he go bigger than 4-0?
Hi, this is Dermot, aka Dermatron from thfc Till I Die. This is my match day prediction of Crystal Palace versus Tottenham Hotspur in the Premier League on Sunday. Look, what's it now? 7 wins out of 8 games now. We're going in all competitions into this game. We really should not have no fear of beating Crystal Palace. They're on a really bad run. They're not playing well at the moment, so it should be an easy 3 points. But guys, this is Tottenham Hotspur. Every time we have a good result, we always end up kicking ourselves or shooting ourselves in the foot somewhere along the line. But I don't think it will happen this time. I think we'll rock up there and we're going to be confident. Look, it looks like Sonny might be out, so I would start Mikey Moore, give him his full Premier League debut and let him run riot against them Crystal Palace defenders. Look, I'm going for a 3-0 win. I think we're going to rock up there. We're going to take all 3 points. We're not going to concede. Tottenham are going to be like 8 wins in 9 games, and we're going to be full of confidence going in to the League Cup game against Man City, which we're also going to smash them out of the park as well. But come on, you Spurs, in Big Ange we trust. Tottenham are on for the quad.
Great one from Dermatron. Only a 3-0 though, so maybe he's going into this a bit more nervous than normally the Tron would.
Well, if 3-0 is shooting yourself in the foot, Jack, I'm not sure what Dermot's interpretation is of it. But just quickly, he's got a bit of a skunk going on in his hair today, with that black stripe through the middle. We're going to have to sort that out for you, Dermo. I want people in the comments to get in and let him know what colour you want him to dye either side of that black stripe. That'll be absolutely class. Dermot probably will do that as well. But look, Dermot's looking to be feasting on a portion of Eagle Wings this weekend, Jack. 3-0 victory, I'll take it moving into that Man City game. It's just about getting over the line, winning the game, and keeping this momentum, this run of form coming, because we've got bigger and tougher opponents ahead. So these are the games where we need to be taking maximum points. And look, the main consensus is people don't want to see Werner, they want to see Mikey Moore. Ange Postecoglou, are you listening?
Think of some good sauce recipes for those Eagle wings, Dermot. Maybe a nice jerk sauce or something for a little Crystal Palace Eagle to be feasting on Sunday night. Big up to the Tron. Please check out thfc Till I Die. Get him over the 2K mark when it comes to subscribers. He's been waiting for that for some time now. But we'll leave it there, everybody. Please, everybody, get your comments in below. Do let us know your score predictions. Smash the like button on the way out, and we'll be seeing you next time. Come on, you Spurs. And the Big Ange we trust. We never stop. See you, everybody.